Happy Thursday, everybody. It's the final day of January 2020, and overall, this month it's been a lot of fun. As I had stated earlier, I was going to study two books. One of them was Becoming the Iceman, in which I also did quite a few sessions in the pond, which is right over here to the right of me, which is finally freezing over, so maybe we'll be able to get back to that. But for the second part of the month, the book that I was studying was Visualization to Realisation by Jackie Carroll and Lloyd Chambers. And so I wanted to take a moment and talk about that book, since the other one got so much physical activity and got some video play. I wanted to talk about the visualization to realization. And if you're not familiar with it, that's the concept where everything that we do in our lives, everything that's ever happened in history, every invention, it all started with a picture in the mind, and that you can use that picture to create your own reality. And this has been something I've learned about over the past year. And what I learned was this was something I had done all along and done very well. And that is to see something that you want to create in your mind, or to, you can actually use it against yourself, and you can see calamity in your mind and bring that forth and have that show up in your life. And one of the things that in the back of this book, there was three ladies, and they had really powerful stories about how they had used visualization, seeing yourself as if. One lady had manifested a house. The other one had manifested a very lucrative dance studio. And another one had found the love of her life. And so I thought maybe I would make this video and contribute to that with a little story something that I had visualized without really knowing what I was doing, which Bob Proctor calls an unconscious competent. So I wasn't aware of what I was doing, but I was doing it. And this was 3 years ago. I was going through my divorce. I was just getting started with it, and I was trying to visualize what's going to happen next. And I knew that I had wanted to meet somebody that would fulfill so many things that my marriage didn't. When it came to love and relationships and partnerships. And so I actually made a list of items, and they were pretty simple things, but they were all things that my ex-wife was not willing or able, not sure which sometimes, to bring to the table, and also things that I wanted to bring to the table. And while I was doing that, I was actually reading a book series called the Earth's Children series, and it's about a woman named Ayla, and this is taking place back in the prehistoric times in Europe, and she was abandoned by her people due to an earthquake, and she was raised by Neanderthals, and then she was shunned by her community because she was a hunter, and women weren't allowed to hunt. And it takes you through this woman's experiences, and it's a 3, 4, 5 book series. And I had been rereading that series every day, and essentially falling in love with this woman every day while I was reading about her. She was really beautiful, and she had been treated poorly. Like I said, she was a very avid hunter, and she could really handle her own and take care of herself. And without really knowing it, while I was feeling that feeling of love and projecting emotion into this scene that I saw in my mind as I read through these books, what I was doing was actually bringing someone that fit a lot of those attributes and had great parallels in her life to me. And our 3-year anniversary is coming up, that I met my girlfriend Joni, and she fit the bill, and she and we hit it off immediately. It was just like click, it went together. And it wasn't until sometime afterwards that I realized, wow, there's a lot of similarities here. And when I started to learn about visualization, I learned that I manifested that relationship. I brought her closer to me because I was aligning myself with that every day, emotionally, in my mind. And so I had, that's my story. I have many others like it, but I think that is one that's fun to share. And I hope it did something for you. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm sure I will do more with visualization in the future, maybe explaining it a little more in depth and talking about some techniques. But I just thought I would share that. Great job, Jackie and Lloyd. I really enjoyed the book, and hopefully you're working on another one. And I hope to see you all again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.